Hi everyone, I am Mansao M. Alarabia and I am the last one to discuss the assigned topic that given to us. Copper pipe. Ang copper pipe is yan yung mga tubo na gawa sa metal which is not plastic. It is more expensive and long-lasting which is kilala ito siya for their excellent consistency and versatile quality. Or in short term, it is commonly found in use for heating system and in hot and cold water transportation. So much better ito siya compared sa plastic pipe. So copper pipe is classified into two types, the rigid type and the flexible type. And I guess you can clearly see the common differences of these two. From the word rigid, matigas siya. So straight lang yan siya na copper pipe, hindi siya nabibend or natitiko. Hindi siya naka-curve ganun. So it is popular ito siya when it comes to choice to water lines. Yung flexible type naman, from the word flexible, is nababaluktot siya or naka-curve or nabebend or natitiko siya. So it is cheaper and installed than rigid type. It is commonly used for water supply in areas with high water pressure that is used by companies that handle chemicals. Copper pipe working process. So dito na yung alamin natin kung paano ang proseso or process on how copper pipe works. So let me read first. Number 1. In measuring length of a rigid or flexible copper pipe, the face-to-face method is also applied. The depth of a soldering hub is added to the clear face-to-face length of the pipe. So, syempre, kung susukatin natin ang length or haba ng isang tubo or copper pipe, ay dapat is face-to-face method. Either rigid man siya or flexible type. Kailangan talaga tayo gumamit ng face-to-face method para malaman natin ang fitting allowance for the type and size of fitting being installed. So, ang ilalim din ng soldering hub ay dapat i-add sa nakaayon dun sa length or haba ng isang tubo na ni-measure clearly through face-to-face method. Number 2, cutting of copper pipes with a suitable rotary tube BE cutter will give the best and satisfying result. In the absence of a rotary tube cutter, the hacksaw blade with 24 teeth per inch is used for heavy pipes and the 32 teeth per inch for the thinner one. So yung number 2 naman, yung pag-cut daw or pagputol ng isang copper pipe o isang tubo, yung mga metal na tubo, sa pamamagitan ng suitable rotary tube BE cutter ay magkakaroon ng magandang result, which is commonly na yan siya sa mga nagkakat ng mga copper pipe. Yun na yung ginagamit masyado since before. So ginagamit ito siya sa mga aluminum, copper, cast iron, and stainless steel, which is ganito siya, ganito ang itsura niya, na ni-insert ang pipe sa loob nito para makat siya. If wala namang rotary tube cutter, is meron naman tayong tinatawag na hacksaw blade, which is meron siyang 24 teeth per inch, which is ganito siya. Ginagamit ito siya for heavy or matitigas na mga pipes. And meron din tayong tinatawag na hacksaw blade, which is meron siyang 32 teeth per inch, which is ganito siya. And ginagamit ito siya sa mga thinner pipes or yung mga mapapayat na tubo. So, ang hacksaw blade kasi is meron siyang 8, 14, 18, 24, or 32 teeth. Nakadepende na lang sa puputulin na pipe. Number 3, cutting is done through a gentle light forward stroke. After cutting, the burrs are removed inside the pipe with a file or reamer. So yung number 3 naman, ang pinapaywadag ito is yung pagputol daw ng tubo ay dapat dahan-dahan lang. Dapat is move our hands slowly and gently while cutting. Pagkatapos ikat ang isang tubo or isang pipe, ang burrs or yung matutulis doon sa dulo ng isang pipe, which is ganito siya, ay natatanggal dapat sa tubo gamit ang file or reamer. Ang reamer is yan yung ganito siya, ito mo pa ng reamer, which is ito yung nagre-remove sa mga burrs or yung mga matutulis ng isang tubo created by cutting operation. So sa pamagitan yan is yan yung pampatanggal ng mga burrs. sa isang tubo. Number 4, copper pipes are bent slowly on a wider radius to avoid kinking. Bending a pipe is easily done with pipe bending machine to produce a very satisfactory result. Another way of bending copper pipe is by using steel spring inserted inside the pipe to produce a smooth clean curve. So yung number 4 naman is kapag nibebend mo yung isang pipe, isang copper pipe is dahan-dahan lang para maka-avoid yung tinatawag nating kinking. Which is yung kinking is yan yung pagkakadamage ng isang tubo o isang pipe dahil sa overbending or pag-over ng pag-curve sa kanya tulad nito. Yan. So, plastic pipe. So, if may copper pipe tayo kanina, meron naman tayong plastic pipe. Ang plastic pipe naman is ito yung tubo na mga nakikita natin everywhere. Nagawa sa isang plastic, not metal, not like copper. Used mainly to convey substances. The plastic pipe is a new concept and plumbed for all types of building. Plastic pipe has been accepted worldwide after it has in many ways proven itself to be superior as sewer and cold water pipelines materials. So yung plastic pipe naman is kung meron tayong copper pipe, meron din tayong na-develop na plastic pipe before for all types of building. It was proven na maganda ito siya gamitin, especially sa mga invernal and used for many industrial processes. Ginagamit ito siya for conveyance of drinking water, wastewater, and chemicals. The simplest way of joining plastic pipe is by cementing called solvent welding. Solvent welding takes only about 4 the time it takes to assemble bell and pivot joints. So, kadalasan, ang ginagamit sa pagdugtong o pagdikit ng dalawang plastic pipe is by cementing na tinatawag na solvent welding, which is dito siya, ganyan. So, this is how it works, which is take only about 1/4 the time it takes to assemble bell and spigot joints. So, only is yung mga plastic pipes is pinuputol lang yan siya gamit ang mga knife or yung mga kutsilyo. Pero hindi lahat is makakaputol ng plastic pipe, hindi lahat ng kutsilyo. So to make sure na mapuputol talaga lahat ng pipes, plastic pipes rather, is gumamit ng hacksaw, tinatawag nating handsaw, which is in Tagalog is yan yung lagari. So, gamit yan is siguro talaga maputol yung mga plastic pipe. Then, yung rotary pipe cutter is hindi siya dapat ginagamit sa mga plastic pipe katulad nung copper pipe kanina. So, magkaiba kasi yun sila. Number 3. Be sure to cut pipe ends square or at right angle with the axis of the pipe. Work on one joint at a time. Solvent is very quick setting and unforgiving mistakes once an error is committed. The only remedy is to cut the pipe and have it replaced. So, dapat kapag magputol ng isang tubo ay tama yung square at right angle. So, with axis of pipe, which is, ang ginamin dito is yung center line ng tubo, dapat mag-focus lang siya sa isang joint muna bago mag-proceed sa iba. Ang solvent ay yan yung ginagamit para sa mabilis na pag-ayos at makaiwas sa mga tinatawag nating mistakes. So kapag nagkaroon naman ng error, ang paraan lang ay putulin ang tubo at i-replacean ito. Number 4, after cutting, remove the brace inside the pipe. Rim and clean the end of portion of the pipe until smooth to allow full contact with the fitting shoulder. Clean the pipe end with methyl ethylene or MEK or simply acetone. However, depending upon the type of plastic being used, there are solvent that needs no cleaning of the pipe before its application. So, pagkatapos mag-cut ng isang tubo ay alisin yung brace or yung mga matutulis doon sa dulo ng isang tubo, mapaloob man ito or sa labas. Then, linisan ito mula sa umpisa hanggang sa dulo, hanggang sa maging smooth na ito siya. Then, para madaling magkaroon ng connection between the fitting, is linisin ang tubo or ang dulo ng tubo sa pamamagitan ng methyl ethyl keton or MEK, which is also known din siya as acetone, which is ganito ang itsura niya, ganyan, nakalagay sa bote. So nakadepende din sa uri ng plastic pipe na ginagamit kasi meron mga solvent na di na kailangan linisin pa ang tubo before its application. Thank you so much for listening and hope you learn from discussion a lot, and have a good day everyone.